So this is future me, just real quick before this video starts. There's going to be multiple times where I talk about two separate videos, one being at nighttime and one being at daytime. Didn't go as planned. You'll see why later in the video, but it ended up being just one video. So if you're here for the nighttime stuff, just skip a little bit forward. There'll be timestamps down below. But otherwise, enjoy the video. Good morning and welcome to Epic Universe. We're so incredibly excited to bring you our first round of content here from this amazing new park. We have talked about in the past this park because we have been already once. If you want to go see that full overview of our first time inside the park, well, I will leave it up in the description and I'll leave it in the top right now. Check it out after this. You are probably seeing this after we already uploaded our first video of the nighttime, because this is a nighttime preview, so we'll get to be able to walk around at night. Go check that out after this. But this is going to be our daytime preview of us going to ride a bunch of the rides. And again, I'm incredibly excited to bring you guys along. We were so excited to be here the first time, and it was honestly really, really hard to just take it in. I just really wish I could share it with everybody. Today is that day. So we're here at the front of Epic Universe. Obviously, we still are in technical rehearsal, so not everything's going to be fully functional, not done. There's going to be downtimes, but that's expected with it being a preview event. Today, it does look like Battle of the Ministry does have its first guest preview, so we'll see if we can get into that. But here's a look at the front entrance. They do have a large gate out here, very similar to Universal, where they have that large gate. You can see in the back, that is the Kronos right there. And to give you some wayfinding, that's from where you come through from anything, buses, parking, all that good stuff. Off to the right is guest services and ticketing. And then you are gonna have restrooms off to the left, and then you're gonna have both sides of security. One thing I thought I would also mention is the security is the same as the old Universal security over at City Walk. So it's still that like more airport style security. Over here they do have a How Tall Are You? That lets you kind of see what you are going to be able to ride inside Epic Universe. That is always a nice thing to have outside the park. Surprisingly fairly low. I thought some of the things would be a little bit like you had to be a little taller, so definitely check those while you're coming in. I'm sure you can find though exact statistics of what the exact heights are too. Oh yeah. Well, here's our very first look at the Kronos up close. Looks very nice. I will say I really am excited to see it at night tonight, just because we obviously again have not got to see it at night, but we're walking in right now. Well, we are heading off to the right side of the park. I'm not sure if we know exactly what we're doing right now, but I thought we'd mention that there's a couple shops, including a holiday shop, and there will be a Starbucks off here to the right. Doesn't look like it's quite open yet though. But again, I love this front area. I love the entrance. I love Luna at the front. And we'll definitely be checking that out at dark. Again, I think I already uploaded the dark video, or the nighttime video, so if you want to go see that, check it out. But always come back here, because we're going to be doing a lot today. So we did actually come off to the left side here. I'm going to walk into the main store, and then there's also another store attached to it. So off to the left side, or the right if you're heading back towards the entrance, is the main shop here. Again, I love what they've done with the center area, which is so much like activity with things, like things spinning and moving, and it just looks really great. You can actually see some murals up on the top, including Stardust right over there. And this shop is currently split into each section. So we kind of got dragons right over here. Back in that right corner is going to be Potter. Straight back is still some dragon stuff, but there is a lot of Dark Universe back there. And then off to the left in that corner over there is going to be Super Nintendo. And then just the front over here is going to be just the Epic Universe merch and such. We'll go over merch in a little bit. I don't think we're going to spend too much time looking at merch. If we have time later, we'll definitely do it, but obviously not super the priority right now. But we're going to go check out the other shop just right next to it. I do think there's a cut through, but the sign out here is really something to look at real quick. So the first time we came here, it wasn't quite open, but Captain Cacao's Chocolate and Celestial Sweets it's the Moonship Chocolate and Celestial Sweet, run by Captain Cacao. That's a sort of mascot for this center area. Really, really cool sign out here. And then we're gonna hang off to the left here. And there he is right there. So this shop here is whole themed to different sweets, chocolates, all that kind of stuff, and all branded to a lot of the different like worlds and stuff. But look at all the different like lollipops, and there's obviously a bunch of merch for Captain Cacao that I'm sure a lot of people have seen around. They do have some like, you know, Universal branded chocolate bars. I'll be honest, in my experience, Universal branded chocolate bars aren't great. So maybe there will be this time around, but I honestly am not gonna aim for one right now. They do have some Monsters themed ones too. Just a lot of stuff here. And then obviously they have a massive bakery counter right over here. So if you're looking for a lot of like bakery sweets, it's gonna be towards the front here. So right off the path of, so Captain Cacao's shop right there, just to give you away funding. We are walking towards Super Nintendo. I think we're gonna head in. I don't think we're gonna quite ride anything yet, but on your way, there is the entrance to Atlantic. This is one of the more sit-down, nicer locations. This is gonna be much more expensive. This is kind of your nice meal if you're wanting to have it in the park. This and Blue Dragon that we'll see later. Most of the other restaurants though are kind of just like your sit down, order from your table like Universal's been doing at Minions Cafe and or Circus McGurkus. There is some walk-up counters that we'll see throughout our day, but I think we're heading over to Super Nintendo World just to walk through it a little bit. And on our way to Super Nintendo World, obviously the Constellation Carousel is directly in front of us. Stardust is going to be further on the right side. We are, I think, holding off for Stardust for a nighttime ride. We do have Express today, so we'll be able to use them once per ride. And I think we're gonna hold on to it until that nighttime ride, just because we've ridden it during the day, thought it was fantastic, but I really am curious to see how it does at night, because I've heard really good things. Carousel is one we actually have yet to ride, so hopefully we'll get to it at some point today. It's obviously not like insanely high on our list, no offense, but it does look like a very cool carousel, and I hope we do get to it today. Here on our left is our first entrance, Super Nintendo World. This is our first portal after the Kronos. Well, welcome to Super Nintendo World. Obviously, first, it's totally loud in here, but I think it's a very electric land, so I think it's fine. Obviously, this land has been replicated a few times. We are not the first with it. I believe ours are technically the biggest, though, so we technically have the most square footage for the area. We'll walk back to Donkey Kong in a second. Right now, we're just gonna walk around, take in the views. I did bring my power-up brand, so we're gonna go mess around with a couple things. Don't believe it's working with the app, but I will see if it is yet. Hopefully you can see it. I know it's super, super bright, so I don't know. Let me see if I can turn up brightness. Nope, it's already max. So
Hopefully you can see it a little bit. I did connect it. I do have the Toad power-up band. It does look like, actually, for my preview day, I did use it a little bit, but the app wasn't quite working. It does look like it saved all that progress, so that's nice to know that if you, if you don't connect it immediately, you can still mess with it and then connect it later and it still works. Obviously, these power-up bands do work as amiibos too. That's something to keep in mind. But there is many of different things you can mess with, including getting the keys to be able to fight Bowser Jr. But I'm gonna go into the casino real quick, do a little gambling. All right, so in here you walk up to the machines here. I guess we're trying to get all the same ones. I do believe you're supposed to do those by yourself, but you know, things happen. And then obviously, sorry, my things on the side. You come up and punch blocks and they keep making that coin noise until it doesn't. And that means you're out of coins for that spot. I do believe it like resets every time you come, so you can like, you know, continue to collect coins to get more achievements and stuff. So for this one, we're gonna scan our band right down here. I believe we're gonna spin. It's really hard to do with one hand. I don't know if we did it or not. Oh, there we go. So when you get that sound, I'm assuming means victory. I don't think we're gonna do all the key points today. I really, really want to at some point. Probably be a little bit later on though, when I'm, you know, kind of done a lot. With this one, your whole goal is to time the POW block. So you're gonna punch that POW block over there. You're gonna time it for the shell to be in the middle so it shoots up, hits that POW block to get the key. There's the Piranha Plant one over here. That's a time challenge where you do with multiple people. And you all enter after you scan in. And then the Piranha Plant's gonna be activating all these like time machines. You have to click them all, or like clocks. I don't know why I said time machines, clocks. And then at the end, if your team succeeds, you'll get a key up there. Right off here to the left side is where you're gonna go face Bowser Jr. This is a paid experience, so I'll let you know that. The only way you're gonna be able to do this is if you have power-up band and you have all the keys. So you just gotta make sure you do all that. But man, I just love this land. The amount of stuff that just moves around, is flying everywhere, and I don't know, it's so great. There's like those spyglass things that you can see around, and they're virtual, so you'll see things. We'll say lines are quite long right now. There's a couple things not quite open yet. So Bowser or Mario Kart is 100 minutes. Thank heavens we have Express. It will definitely be busy in this park when it opens. I think that's one thing. Some people are like, I don't think it'll be that busy. It will be busy. It's a new theme park. But just expect that to come and wait in some lines. Make sure you pick your favorites. We're gonna head towards the ground floor. And we'll check out that shop later when we ride the ride. So we're down on the ground floor now on the last staircase. There is obviously staircases heading down straight from the entrance. And this is where you're gonna get to both Donkey Kong Country and Yoshi's Adventure is down here. And then right off to our right is the Toadstool Cafe. So we did eat out when we were first here, and I liked it a pretty decent amount. Yoshi's Adventure is gonna be that Omni Mover ride that's circling the entire land. It is, you know, it's a very fun ride. I think it's a good, I think honestly theme parks need more rides like that that are just super family friendly. Everyone can ride no matter who you are, and you can just have a good time. I think that's always something good. We're right here at the very back of this land. We're gonna kind of quickly hurry through. We'll show you around. We'll definitely be coming back at some point, but we're trying to get to the next showing of Cirque Arcanus because we didn't get to see any of the shows the first time. But here is Donkey Kong Country. There's also some Pikmin off to the left of the entrance. So almost like a mini portal back here through this land. right into back of Donkey Kong Country. That again is going to have Donkey Kart Minecart Madness. That is a very visually appealing ride, as you can see off in the distance. I love the way the waterfalls look, and the track looks on this, and the track is pretty well hidden, where you don't, voice crack, I'm sorry, you don't really see it throughout the ride, or from off-ride especially. Doesn't look like it's quite running right now. Obviously, again, this is technical rehearsal. Things are still going to be, you know, trying to get their way through. Back here, there is a lot of touch points for the bands, including letters all around that you're going to spell Donkey Kong with. The main one's going to be over here with the rhino in a box that I think you might have just seen Sliver back in. It is a rhythm game, so you have to work with, I think, 2 other people, so you and 1 or 2 other people, to bounce to the beat, like they're doing right there, and the lights kind of show you what you're doing. I will say, as somebody that plays a lot of rhythm games, it's kind of hard to watch sometimes how bad people's rhythm is. But here's one of the walk-up cameras, the bubbly barrel. This is, I believe, where you do get that float that a lot of people have been showing on social media and stuff. But yeah, man, I love this whole land. It's so colorful. It's so alive feeling. It's just, they did such a good job back here. Donkey Kong Country is closed right now. Does look like the queue was open at some point because there is people in it. There is test seats here, obviously, so if you need to test anything, they're off to the side. And here's a look at one of the jump track sections. As you can see, there's no track right there. And you can kind of see the track right below the normal one. So it's a really cool effect. I believe this one also sprays water off to the side when you go over it. And also in the back, you can see right in there. And there is more Pikmin. And right off here as we're walking out is obviously where you're gonna meet Donkey Kong. I don't know if our Donkey Kong meet and greet is out yet. I know when they were here the first time, wasn't quite ready to meet guests, but this is where you'll meet Donkey Kong, and I imagine that will be a very, very popular meet and greet. And there also is a little Donkey Kong store. You obviously find a lot of this merch in the front store and the main Nintendo store. But if you're curious to just Donkey Kong stuff, right in back here. And as we're exiting Super Nintendo, there is another store outside of the land if they're a little too cramped inside. Very cool store. We'll try to get into it later. I do have to make my way over to Potter now. But we're going to be heading in to the Potter land here very shortly. But again, I love this land. I think, I'm just going to mention this now, I think when you do come here, I think you should make a plan to go land by land and not try to hop around too much like we're doing today. We're just trying to get a lot of footage for you guys, so we are going to be hopping around a little bit. But if you're here, I would honestly plan to go to like one of the backlands first and then kind of work your way around. I think you'll end up better. We will go into Pizza Moon in a little bit. I'm definitely going to show you guys that because I love the inside of that restaurant. I think it's so unbelievably cool. They did a unbelievably fantastic job with doing the interiors of both the shops and the show, or the restaurants and the shows. I mean, we haven't seen the shows though yet. That's where we're going right now. And as we're walking by, here is the main fountain. It does have some shows. It does seem like one's going on right now, just with some soft music that kind of matches up to it. I do really want to point out the really cool like side water jets. Really excited to see this show at some point. I do not believe they're showing it tonight, but I'm really excited for it. In the back there is obviously Helios. That is opening fairly soon. Very excited to see some videos and pictures and stuff from those parkside rooms, especially at night. I think that will be breathtaking, and I'm gonna be unbelievably jealous to the people that do get to go. Here's one of the restaurants over here. This is Meteor Astro Pub, right on the lakefront. So this Meteor Astro Pub's got some burgers. I've heard really good things about it. We didn't get to eat there the first time though. It is, again, just like any of the other sit downs here where you just go in, you scan the little spot on your table and you order your food, and then the food will just be brought to you. We'll talk about it later when we get lunch. I absolutely love this system. It takes so much hassle, lets you relax so much more during the day. And I appreciate all the team members obviously doing it, but I think it is a fantastic system. It does also look like they have express mobile orders, so if you are interested in taking it somewhere else in the park or not really going and getting a seat or anything, you can just order from the side over there. But again, Helios at the back. I'm sorry for yapping, but it's so breathtaking. This is the first really theme park I've got to see get built from the beginning all the way to the end, and then get to come here, and it's really something special. Looks like a little Coke stand here off to our right to our way into Ministry. I'm assuming we'll have some little snacks and probably some refills. They do have freestyle machines in here, just like the other Universal parks, with a cup. And I will be buying in just a little bit, so we'll show that off here in a little bit. So here's a look into the portal. A lot of people call this area the Ministry. It's not technically until you get to the ride area. It's more of the French area outside, more of Fantastic Beasts kind of area. Another really, really good portal here though. We're walking in right now. I will say I've heard some different opinions about this land. I'll be honest though, it's my favorite Potter land already. It's just so open, it's so large. It's crazy walking through here. Obviously the camera does absolutely zero justice on how amazing this land is. You'll have to wait to see it for yourself. I really hope everybody watching this video will get to come here at some point, because this is such an amazing land. It's just so grand everywhere. But I do believe we're heading into the Cirque Arcanus. Fortunately, we will not be able to film the show. I'll see if we're allowed to film inside the theater, just to show you the theater area. But otherwise, we will not be able to film the show. We'll talk about it a little bit afterwards, though.
What are you doing? I'm like, I'm happy.
So we just got a Cirque Arcanus. Been saying that wrong the whole time. So it's Cirque Arcanus. They do have some live entertainment. We did see them last time we were here. Obviously, we weren't filming, but they're right there. And there's a live band. That was a fantastic show. I had a really, really great pre-show and a good setup. And I'm not going to say anything about the show because I think this is something you should experience. But the beginning was more of a stunt show. It makes a big, big turn at the end that you would not expect, I will say. There is something that happens in that show that will blow you away, and it's a big, big change up in the show. So definitely go see that if you get the chance. Obviously the queue was super cool. I wish I could show you guys the pre-show room, but obviously there's no filming of the pre-shows. Well, not supposed to be any filming of pre-shows. And the outside tent is obviously really, really cool. So definitely give this a go while you're here inside Epic Universe and back here in Potter. So over here in Potter, there is a moon cap that does have like facial recognition, and it tracks you, and you can actually talk to it too. So it'll watch you as you walk away, and it'll make noises when you talk to it. It's super cute. There's a lot of really cool wand spots here. Unfortunately, we haven't got to try them too much. I didn't bring my wand today just because I didn't think we really had time for it. So we'll definitely be doing that in a future day, either during like passholder previews, or I'm going to be here opening day for the park. So we'll check it out some other time. I do believe we might be getting a little bit of a snack right now. We're just waiting for the 3 o'clock virtual queue drop for Ministry of Magic. So I thought we could just show you the quick look at the Metro Flu store. This is the exit store to the Ministry of Magic ride. So it's going to have a lot of the Ministry of Magic merch. It's going to have some of the house merch and generic stuff, including some robes. They will have some cool bags and some cool shirts and different little trinkets. I really like this. I saw this the first time we came. It's like a little dial. So like this, and then it can also spin all around. And it's also obviously an hourglass. I think super, super cool. But yeah, it's a cool store. Obviously that's the exit to the Metro Flu. That is the ride. We will definitely be walking through the queue, hopefully. Even if we don't get to ride the ride, we will still walk through the queue. But if you like Potter merch, this land will definitely do it for you. There is a lot of good merch. One thing I've really noticed about a lot of the merch though that I really like is a lot of like the bags and or jackets and stuff have little spots for wands. And I think that's super smart. Like I bought a bag, showed it off in our first preview of Epic Universe where we talked about it, that actually had a spot just on the front for a wand. Super cool. All right, so we're going to be leaving Potter for at least the moment. We definitely will be coming back at some point in the day. But they didn't have the butterbeer crepe right now, so we're not going to sit down and eat there because there was not much else food we wanted. So we're actually, I think, going to be heading over to another restaurant. I think possibly Meteor Astro Pub. We're just walking out the same portal we came in. And you can't just walk right out the portals. There are like side exits too. So on really busy days, I'm sure there will be like a crazy line to get in here, like a lot of people funneling in. So it might be easier to go out one of the side gates. So I ended up getting the chicken and waffles. That does have like a bacon jam on it, and then it just comes with some fries. Here's also a look at the Epic Universe souvenir cup. Then on the back, this one is special to the grand opening. This is grand opening 2025. That's super cool. I'll let you know how I think it is afterwards. So we got done eating at Astro Pub. I also did get the dessert over there, the marshmallow fluff. I forgot to film it. That's my bad. I thought my food was okay. I think I would get it again if I was in the mood for something really sweet. It was very sweet. It's just a little odd tasting. If you like bacon jam, you might like it, but it was, I think, my first time ever having it. It wasn't my favorite. Fries were good. I also did try the Celestial Spritz. That is the special flavor for Celestial Park. I thought it was good. It's very citrusy and very gingery, so if that's something you like, it was pretty refreshing. We are heading into Berk in just a moment here. To get inside it, I think we're going back to Dragon's Racer Rally because it is open currently and there isn't a whole lot open right now, so we're gonna head back there. We're gonna get on it because it is one of the ones we missed the first time we were here. But we're heading into Isle of Berk. We're in Isle of Berk now. I do really like this land. It is very colorful and there's a lot of stuff going on, just like every other land. I love the forced perspective in the back with the big old mountain with Mead Hall in the middle. There's a speaker right there. You can see Hiccup Swing's gliders going all around our area here. I will say that is down today. It's on extended closure, so I don't think we'll get to ride it. I did really like when we rode it, very Hagrid-esque. So if you like Hagrid, you'll like that. They do have a big old kids area in here that it does look pretty fun. They also do have Trainable Dragon that is not one I think we are gonna get in line for today, just because I've seen videos of it from Shanghai, so it's not super on my radar. And there's also a fire drill that we also did ride. It was super fun, but don't know if we'll get on it. Oh, we are getting on Dragon Racer Rally. That is the flat ride right over here across from us. So one of my goals today was to get the mac and cheese cone, but it seems like that was everybody else's goal. That is probably like an hour-long wait outside of it. So everybody wants the mac and cheese cone. So I don't think I'm gonna be getting the mac and cheese cone today. Was one of the things that I wanted, but man, that is a very long line for a food item. And we can actually see Dragon Racer Rally running right now. So I'll get some off-ride footage, 'cause again, can't film on ride here. So we'll watch it go. So unfortunately, we are now leaving Berk without riding anything. We were in line for Dragon Racer Rally in the express queue, and it just was not moving, and then it broke down right as we were at the front. So then we went over to Fire Drill, because me and my brother wanted to ride Fire Drill. We got in line, and our return time for Ministry, I forgot to mention, we got Ministry of Magic, is at 4:45 to 5:15. It is now 4:48, and we weren't even halfway through the express line, and we were in line for almost 20 minutes. Again, it's technical rehearsal. I know they're still working kinks out, but we are getting really, really close to pass holder days. So I'm really hoping they can get these kinks figured out, because there's a lot still down today. So we're going on 4 hours in the park and we haven't ridden anything. We watched the show over in Harry Potter. We've eaten and we've walked around a little bit. So hopefully we'll get on some more stuff later on. All right, hopefully we're heading to our first ride of the day. That is Harry Potter Battle for the Ministry of Magic. Again, we have not been on this yet. This is actually the first day of normal guests riding other than media and team members. So we're very, very excited to be here. We're really hoping it's not too long of a wait inside and we get on the ride. I will say this is probably one of the most mind-blowing reveals and cues you'll ever see. So definitely stay throughout the entire queue. It's super, super cool. But we're gonna walk through. I won't yap over it. I'll just let you guys enjoy it.
Be safe. Constant vigilance.
It is very excited that you are here for this most important day. Yes, yes, indeed. Today is the day that it is all the mistress to us out. Stand round the whole prize. And Higgledy, now that the air of the former mistress knows you are not. But if she did, Higgledy would probably say that Dolores Umbridge is a horrible, nasty woman who deserves to go to jail for a long, long time. But Higgledy is not saying that. Please excuse the mess, sirs and misses. Higgledy is in charge of packing up the office of a former mistress. Dolores Umbridge. Not an easy task. Trunks and quills and toilets. But Higgledy is happy to do it. It is a most exciting day indeed. Higgledy has hoped that in years.
Well, I'm sure I said something at the beginning of the video, but it is currently now 8:30. So we had, let's just say, a quite amount of difficulties getting on Ministry of Magic. We didn't end up riding, unfortunately. They did give us some return times, but at this time, it does not look like we will get on it tonight. It will be very lucky if we do. So I'm going to take you guys quickly around Ministry or the Potter area out here just to show you at night, because obviously it's dark now. So I'm gonna just walk around, just let you see it, and then we'll be heading over to, I think, Dark Universe next.
I mean, whoever was gonna do it, I wanted to.
I wish I could.
So here at night, they do have some of the nighttime fountain stuff going on. Obviously not the full nighttime show. We are going to be making our way over to Dark Universe because that is the land we wanted to see the most at night. And now we've kind of ran out of time, honestly. So we're going to try to make do with what time we have left in the park. Hopefully we get on our first ride of the day. We're going to try to go ride Werewolf now. Hopefully it doesn't break down or anything on us. But I will say Helios looks really, really pretty. I know there is a transition at night between the two gods on either side of the park. I don't know if it was working. We were going to try to catch it, but again, we got stuck. So hopefully one night we'll get to catch it. or hopefully somebody's filmed it if it's even working. I don't know if it's entirely working yet, but I will say this area in front of Helios is very, very nice looking. I would say this isn't supposed to be rainbow, but it is right now. We'll take a look at the entrance for Blue Fire too real quick. So we're heading into Dark Universe. Definitely, in my opinion, just from looking around the park, the best looking portal at nighttime. We're hoping to catch a lot of the special effects here at night, but we'll just see what we have time for, because we are trying to get on Stardust before the nighttime too, because we really wanted to ride that after dark, just because of the difference in kind of tone of the ride and how it looks. I will say all the portals at night look significantly better than during the day. Like, they don't look bad during the day, but definitely significantly better in my opinion. Oh, it looks like Igor's out. That's why there's a whole crowd there. He's gotten quite popular on social media, I've seen. Finally turning the corner to definitely the best looking land during the night, in my opinion. I am so excited to finally be here at night. It's just so... I've seen pictures and videos, obviously. There's been a couple previews before us that have opened until night, or until about 9 o'clock. I believe we're the first ones until 10 now, so we do get a little bit more time in here. This is definitely going to be a very, very popular picture spot here at night. Obviously, you can see it with the crowds out front. This is one of the reasons the crowds are out front. Frankenstein hasn't really opened today. It was open for just a little tiny bit, so I think there's a lot of people really holding out hope that they can get on. And then obviously there is kind of the mini show that happens every periodically, I don't know the exact time, of the pylons around this area like these over here, and Frankenstein Manor's kind of like lighting up and starting to like spark with electricity. But we're gonna be heading around, hopefully getting on Werewolf for our first night right here. All right, well, the fire on the windmill is really cool, and the land overall, again, really, really cool at night. Doesn't look like we're riding Werewolf either. It looks like they're running only 2 to 3 trains, and the express line is all the way out the queue. So I don't even know if we have time left in the night, considering we almost only have an hour. We're gonna go try to get on Stardust, see how that goes. Hopefully, it's not too bad, but judging by how everything else has been, we might not get on that. So I'm not trying to get my hopes up here. Obviously, they got the Burning Blade back there. Again, I'll be back here soon. Hopefully, the next time I come, I have a lot more time to show you guys around. With it being a little bit of a longer day with those passholder preview nights, and then obviously we will be here opening day for that full like 16-ish hours. It's probably going to be open for that opening day, so stay tuned for that if you really want to see the full park in action and a full real day at the park, because again, this only opened at 12 today and only opened till 10, so it's not quite the normal operating hours for the park. But hopefully we're back real soon to get on the few rides we haven't got to ride yet. So we're over here by the Constellation Carousel now. It does look really, really pretty at night. And it has some really cool lighting out front here that does like wave and stuff. Looks really nice. Here is the portal for Super Nintendo World. We're not going to make it back in there, unfortunately, at nighttime. Not necessarily the top land at night for me, but still would like to see it. But I am going to take you guys in Pizza Moon real quick, because I did say earlier I would take you guys in Pizza Moon. So we'll do that real quick. So I haven't fully decided yet, but this might be my favorite looking restaurant at the park. It is, I don't know how much it's picking up on camera. It is so pretty in here. It has just some really cool moving effects and stuff. It smells very much a pizza. And there's actually an oven back there. You can kind of see it. I don't really have time to walk back there, but you can see it right there in the middle. That actually seemingly does cook the pizza. And I think it's such a cool effect. And we did eat here the first time we were here, and we thought it was actually exceptional pizza. So if you're looking for something in the park, definitely check this out. I think it's only like $18 for a pizza. And you might be like, oh, that's kind of expensive. Till you realize it's like a full personal pizza. Like, think like a fairly big pizza. Like, you could share one of the pizzas. So it is very fairly priced. Super cool restaurant, and it tastes really good. So I definitely suggest Pizza Moon on your trip here. All right, we actually decided I'm gonna try to take you inside real quick, just because it's such a cool portal, and I really want to see it at night. So we're gonna try to run in real quick, just do a quick overview of just the Mario area, and we're gonna try to get to Stardust. I do like how this portal goes fully around the warp pipe. Oh, we're headed back into Super Nintendo Land, or world. My bad. Inside doesn't look that different, obviously. I do think it's obviously the less lights flowing in. I have heard Donkey Kong is substantially better at night, just because light doesn't flow as much in as to the show scene, so it makes it a little more surprising. But man, yeah. Even though I wasn't excited, this is beautiful at night. I mean, again, camera probably doesn't do this justice at all. It's blowing out some street lights, stuff like that, because they're shining right at my camera, but man, it is. This land's just so electric, and I even like small details like the Thomp's eyes being lit up and they flash red when he slams down. It is just, it's so cool in here. Hopefully Donkey Kong's pretty cool. Again, I'm so sorry if this video has been a little bit of a flop. I've really tried to make do with what we've kind of been played here. Definitely, again, go check out the other two videos. The other person that does videos with me, my father, he went around and did 2 full walkthroughs of the parks today. So one at night, one during the day. So if you really want to see the full land, go check those out. I'll link those right now for you guys. Sorry, I really did want to peek into Berk at night, but again, we are crunching time at this point to even get in line for Stardust and maybe make it back to Ministry. All we can do is hope at this point. We'll get a couple off-ride shots of the ride going around just to show you guys how cool it looks at night. Hopefully we come off and I can talk about the experience at night and the difference in music. So at this time, we've unfortunately heard that Ministry of Magic will not be reopening and it's dumped its queue for the night. So we're in line for Stardust Racers here to ride it at night because it is a really cool ride to ride at night, and I would say this is a nighttime ride if you can help it. But unfortunately, we are in an express and it is backed up all the way to the entrance and outside. So we're going to be waiting here probably for the rest of our night. We have about 40 minutes left in the day, but at least we'll get on one ride. As we're in a line for a ride now, I thought I would quickly mention that all the locker systems are inside of lines now, and I love that so much. This is such an improvement over what we experienced before at Universal, where you're having to put your stuff outside front. Much prefer this style of in the line. They are using facial recognition, so you don't even have to keep your card on you. Super nice. We're about to round the corner into the lockers, so I'm going to drop you guys off in there. We'll see you guys afterwards. I will say, I wish I had more time to film some off-ride from you, because that ride looks amazing at night. Did take a while for us to finally get on a ride today. It's technical rehearsal, but I definitely think they need to get a lot of these ironed out, a lot of these issues, because passholder previews of today is about 4 days away. So you definitely can't have people paying as much as they're charging for everything happening today. But overall, the Stardust at night, that is 1,000% a nighttime ride. Like, if you can help it, if you can get in that ride at night, that is the nighttime ride already for me. If you can wait until the last second of the day, get in line right before they close, I would highly, highly suggest you do that. That ride was amazing at night. Not like the ride's bad during the day, but that ride comes to life at night. With the dueling with the colors and the lighting in the tunnel, it was like flashing at the end, and you shoot out. The music I liked more, it was more like techno, kind of like hyper feel. It was amazing. If you can help it, if you can get on it at night, do that ride at night. Not saying don't do it during the day. It's a good ride during the day, but I think it's better at night by a landslide. I've got about 12 minutes. We're gonna go ride Werewolf. So we're heading in Dark Universe right now. So actually walking right back. We didn't think we'd get through that line that quick. The normal line was like 95 minutes, but they were actually pushing Express really hard, and really appreciate that at this point in the night. So I have enough time. The rest of my party went to go ride Mario Kart, so I'm just gonna be over here by myself, because this is one of the only rides I haven't ridden in this park still. Alrighty, round 2, Curse of the Werewolf. Again, I'm really sorry about today. I really wanted to show you guys around merch a little bit more. I wanted to explore the parks with you guys a little bit more. Really hoping, hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do that with you guys. Again, insanely sorry. I'm really sorry about all that, but we are getting in line for Werewolf, and I'll let you know what I think about after. Not much of a queue for this ride. I kind of knew that coming in. It does have a very, honestly, probably one of the coolest entrance signs in this park, if not the coolest. They do have some fans blowing very, very hard. You probably hear it on the microphone. So that's gonna be insanely good during the summer when it is hot, since this is mainly outdoors. It does have a lot of shade though from the trees, so it shouldn't be too bad with all these fans blowing in almost the entirety of the queue. And all the fans, or all the trees blocking it. I'm sorry, my brain it's been all over the place today. Doing my best though. We're gonna be hopping in line here in just a moment. That's interesting. Actually didn't notice that, but it does look like you do just bring your bags on this ride. Not a very intense coaster, it is just a spinning coaster, so it's not like it's gonna flip you all around, but I just thought that was interesting. Still thought there would be lockers. That's one thing we went over with the main overview that I didn't really get to go over today. There are some rides here that actually let you bring your bags on, where usually Universal is very anti-bag on ride, but like Minecart Madness, Mario Kart, Yoshi, Pickup does make you put it in a locker, but you technically bring it on Fire Drill, leave it off to the side on the Flyers. Ministry, I'm assuming you bring it in, and then we didn't get to ride it all the way, but I didn't see any lockers when we were exiting, so I'm assuming you bring it with you. And then back here, you obviously put it in for Monsters Unchained, but this has none. So they did a really good job balancing what really needs a locker, where sometimes at Universal you get on a ride and you're like, did I really need a locker for that? So definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate the new locker system here. But we're getting on in just a moment. I'll let you guys know what my opinion is afterwards. I'm hoping I really like it.
Okay, hold on.
Well, I didn't think Werewolf was too bad. I definitely think it's a nighttime ride, like I've said before. I think this is a nighttime park, though, so I think it's fair to say most of the things outside are going to be nighttime rides. I thought the show scene in the barn was actually not too bad. It is just static figures, but you just shoot back and forth. I definitely think, again, it's better at night because you don't see the werewolf until it like flashes its light on. I'll say my only big issue with that ride is the ending. It's just a static figure of like the I don't know her name, but she like runs that. I'm assuming she's like the great granddaughter of the original lady that ran that traveling like merchant. I'm having a brain fart again. Sorry, it's getting kind of late. Been a long day. But being a static figure is definitely a little, you know, it would have been a little bit better if it was a full animatronic. But I will say, if you're awfully queasy, you get sick easily, I would not do that. I'm running on a fairly empty stomach, so take that into account. But I was feeling a little lightheaded at a certain point after it spun a couple times, so just something to keep, you know, aware of, just in case you're riding. I'll also say, definitely not accommodating seats on that one. Look how cool this sign is. I just thought I would show you real quick. I was really, I'm kind of lingering back here after park closed. I was really hoping, I'm kind of lingering still, really hoping that Frankenstein's Manor will do its little show. The Burning Blade keeps going off, but they're now not letting anybody back towards that area. So I can't go back there this late to the night, but I'm again really hoping I can see Frankenstein. So I'm gonna linger here for a few more minutes. Hopefully they won't kick me out too soon. So since they haven't quite kicked me out of this land, it doesn't look like the castle's gonna go off. Unfortunately, I really wanted to see it. But I thought I would take you quickly into the shop. This is one of the two main gift shops here. They do have a couple little ones sprinkled about, but the two main ones are here right at the front. Let's see, I kind of walked in right after you walk into the path on the left. And then the other one is at the end of Monsters Unchained. So we're gonna have pretty similar merch. I will say some of the Monsters merch I love. Some of it I'm like, okay. But obviously Universal does a fantastic job theming both restaurants and any shopping environment. So if you want a good shopping experience, this park will show you a good time. But again, they have some cool stuff, and then they also do have like costumes that you can buy that kind of go with the face makeup thing that they do. And they do the face paint thing right here off to the left. So if you want to do that, it's just right here at the front, right next to the main gift shop here. We got it at the end. I walked out of that shop and immediately the music turned off and I was like, ooh. Unfortunately, I couldn't walk any closer. Security had already pushed everybody out of the area. They seem to have already cleared werewolf, so ain't good for them. They get to go home sooner, but hopefully that wasn't too bad of a shot. That was really cool to see at night with all the lights around the area kind of flickering and turning on and off. But again, man, this is just so pretty. I'll try to add in, if I have a moment, to add in any pictures I took, if any of them turned out good. I was taking a lot of black and white ones back here to match the old monster kind of theme, so I hope they came out good. But again, I'm kind of lingering just to soak in as much nighttime stuff as I can today, because if I can be just a little bit before I get to come back here at night, because I don't think passholder previews are open as late. Spooky noises coming from the undercroft there. It's just right here off to the side of the entrance, so you just walk through right there. Kind of get up close to it and you'll hear both Victoria and Igor talking at times down there, and then also some spooky noises. But fortunately, it looks like they're about to start kicking us out of dark. Hopefully we'll be able to walk a little bit through Celestial and stuff while it's still daytime. Or nighttime, I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, I think this is my favorite nighttime portal after seeing all of them. It's so cool. If you kind of stand around, you can see all the lights on the side here changing. There's sometimes like sparks going up the tree trunks here. And then obviously you can see the lightning or electricity all on that top pylon there. Like that. I don't know if it all showed up because I was zoomed in, but it like shocks the whole thing. Oh man, it's just... I so hope that everybody watching this gets to come here sometime soon and experience this park at night, because it really is a breathtaking park. Right off to our left here, I thought I would mention, just because it's right here, is the Tiki Bar. So that's just one of the different options, and then right next to it is Frosty Moon. That is just an ice cream place. If you're looking for any of those small little items, you can get them right over there. Here is, man, it's Oakenstar. I'm really on one tonight. Oakenstar Tavern. We did want to eat here. This is mainly a barbecue restaurant. It looks very good. So upsetting we didn't, but again, I will be back here soon. So I'm not too devastated. We'll definitely try it one time, because from what I've heard, it is very, very good. So it's another high on our list. I'm gonna go take a quick look at the lagoon as long as nobody stops me. Just pacing around a little bit. I thought I'd also mention, I don't know how obvious it shows up on camera, but each one of the portals has a major spotlight on it that does end up matching up right in the middle. Again, I don't know if it's showing up well on camera, but all the spotlights match up right in the middle, kind of forming like one giant light. That's just kind of cool. This is a live entertainment space with also a Starbucks off to the right. We'll end up seeing what they do with this. I think they've had a couple small bands like contracted to work out here, but I have heard some of them did get unfortunately laid off just because I've heard this space is a little loud at times, so didn't really need it necessarily. But it'll be interesting to see if they do anything interesting with that. Here is the pond area. Obviously this is where the nighttime show will happen when the park is in full swing. People sitting down here just enjoying the night. Helios in the background. We do have Meteor Astro Pub, where we ate at earlier, with an unbelievably cool sign. I'll see if I can get closer to get a better look at it. Then obviously off to our right side here is going to be the Constellation Carousel. And again, really, really cool at night. Has a lot of fountains out front. Has a lot of good lighting. Fortunately, the front sign doesn't seem to be working tonight, but hopefully soon. I might try to wander over to Berk and see if they'll still let me in, so I can just get you guys a quick look. I probably can't walk all the way around, but if I can get you guys a quick look, I'll call it good. Here's a look at the Meteor Astro Pub sign. Sorry, lights really don't like this camera at night. I'll see what I can do. Hold on. See if I can make it any better. There's a little bit better. But you can see how cool like the streaking effect is on that meteor. I might also try to get a little more off-ride footage of Stardust if it's still running. I don't know if it is. It is 42 after park close, so I'm definitely taking my sweet time on my way out. But again, the Constellation Carousel looks beautiful. I love these like garden lights that switch colors and stuff. I'm very interested to see how much the lights around the park are going to be affected by that nighttime show, just because I think it could be really affected, and I think that will look really cool from kind of the far away distance, seeing all the parks or all the parts of the park with all the lights kind of mix them up. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Stardust is running. I will say the really cool effect, I don't know if I fully got on camera, is when both the comet sides come down into this like cooling area with the mist, and it like cools down the comet to make it like blue. That's really, really cool. But I'm gonna see if we can sneak our way into Berk so I can just get some little bit of footage for you guys. Well, we'll see how long it takes for me to get stopped in the land, but I'm gonna take you guys in real quick. Another very cool portal at night. Again, these portals at night are just unbelievably good looking. And here's our overview of Berk at night.
No, that's a thing?
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get stopped too soon. I think I can walk up to the left a little bit. Wow, that looks really like the subtle lighting in this area. It is a little more tame than some of the other lands with their more aggressive lighting. Moon's nice and bright for us tonight. Oh, see a worker. See actually one of the sheep from the hiccups right over there. You can actually see multiple of them. I don't actually know how far I'm allowed to go in, but we're about to find out. This is one of the front lands, so there's a lot more people kind of lingering in these since they're trying to clear it from back to front. So I don't know when they'll stop me. But again, I really like it. I think this land is definitely exceeded my expectations of this land at night. I didn't think I would overly enjoy it, but I do really like the more subtle, straight lighting of the whole thing. Kids area looks super good at night too. I don't know, they're still letting me walk back here. Let's see if we can get back to like one of the shops so I can show you guys around a shop since we only got to see earlier. Oh, I didn't even realize that. The little lamps, the little dragons on them. That's so cute. I never noticed that. They have like a bunch of different, yeah, sorry, I don't know the terminology, my bad. Then obviously there's like a bench here. If I'm being honest, I never watched the third movie. I'll get to it. Look, at this point, there's nobody in line for the mac and cheese cones. It would be nice. Looks like they're gonna stop me up on the bridge up here. But overall, another great land of night, man. This is just such a fantastic nighttime park. If you get the chance, man, this is, just try to spend as much time at night exploring rather than riding, because you'll be blown away. Would have wished we got on that, but it worked out on us, so hopefully next time. Here is the entrance to Hiccup Swing Gliders. Fortunately, did not open today. We really wish we got on it. There is a little interactive spot over here. If you twist this, there's a little Viking. Let's see if I can back up. Oh, it's still going. Little Viking on the top. Playing it for you. I don't think they're gonna stop me. I think I'm the only person back here. Here's a look at Mead Hall. So this is the main dining location. Obviously, big statues out front. I haven't actually been inside there. Obviously can't go in anymore because the park is closed. But man, this is a pretty nice nighttime area. There is, I think it's called, what is that one called? Okay, if you know what it's called, let me know. But this is the dragon that was just installed, not quite working yet, but it will be moving. And then obviously there's the dragons we showed earlier sleeping in their areas. I'll see if I can walk the full lap around. I'm gonna take a couple pictures though before I do that. I do love over here on the dryer side, they have the one dragon that's like a fire dragon above the dryer. I think that's super funny. But we're doing the full lap now since we didn't get to do it earlier with you guys. Hopefully we can get a good view over Fire Drill because it looks kind of cool at night with a lot of its cool lighting. Here's the bridge. Honestly, I don't know when they stopped me. I thought for sure there would be somebody back here. There's literally nobody. I'm walking around back here by myself. Really cool, because I never thought I would get to do this, but here's a look at the Fire Drill. Look at that. It's really, man, my camera's not doing it justice. It looks a lot less bright in person, I promise. I do love the sleeping dragon over here, swinging his tail. Oh. I think we lost music.
Hello and good evening.
Oh, there's the...
Please join us in Celestial Park for a limited time test of our Cosmos Fountain Show.
Oh,
this show
so I'm gonna leave.
30 minutes.
Okay, so if I can film that, that's the Trainable Dragon show. There's a treasures thing right over here, and this is the Toothless meet and greet over here. So if you're interested in doing that, gonna be over here on the side. Interested to see if they let us watch that. That would be absolutely wonderful. So I'm running over there. Here's a look at Fire Drill as I run past it. Very cool at night. Don't know if you'll ever want to ride that at night because it gets you quite wet. Oh, the dragon's working too. Speed run. Cool dragon. Really cool seating area over here for Spitfire Grill. Maybe it'll do the little spit on us when we walk by. Maybe. Okay, well, it's a cool head. I'm not gonna wait here. Sorry. We're gonna keep heading on. Spitfire Grill, very good food from what we've had. I don't personally like a lot of the options on there, but a lot of my party thought that was an unbelievably fantastic meal and probably the best thing they've had here. So if you don't mind what's on that menu, I would 100% get it. Berk, super cool at night. So if you get the chance, come back here. They clearly don't kick you out very quick back here. So if you want some cool nighttime photos, just yourself or in some of the dragons, like the little babies over here. Digging into some stuff. Come back here, take them after park close, because again, doesn't seem like they clear it very late. I don't know if that's just for the previews here, but just something to keep in mind. Rush for no reason. Doesn't seem like a nighttime show's happening right now. From the team member we're with, said that they are testing it, but it's after park close, so don't think we're gonna be able to see it, unfortunately, unless we really loiter here at the front, because I don't think it's gonna be for a little bit. We're gonna hang out at the front here. I think they are closing up some of the shops. So we saw a couple of them earlier. I showed you the main shop. But we'll be taking some pictures. I'll show you around the front of Celestial Park here at night. And I'm not kidding when I say I was the last person in Berk. I literally, like, I was walking to the entrance, security was just getting there to start sweeping it, and they already had closed like the front gate. So I'm not kidding, the only people in that land. So that was really fun to see it without anybody in it, because that's not gonna happen very often, especially after these previews. All right, well, I'm gonna take a few more shots out here and then take a few more pictures. But then I am gonna be heading towards the exit to do our wrap up for the day. Ended up not being horrible. We had obviously some massive hiccups today. Not hiccups wing gliders though, but it was still a pretty good day overall. And obviously this park is it was so fantastic to finally see it at night. It's something I've dreamed of, especially when I first came to see this park at night, because I just thought this is a nighttime park from the very beginning. I was like, man, this is just a nighttime park. Here's our last look at the Kronos. I would like to see the other medallion spinning here soon. They're obviously not spinning quite. I believe that one kind of flips in on itself and the two just spin on their own. And then we've got our ending message. You wonder next which path to chart. The answer lies within your heart. Right outside the Kronos. So we'll go wrap up the day, talk a little bit about our day in total, and hopefully we'll be back very soon to bring you guys more content from this amazing new park Universal has built. All right, so sorry for the subpar lighting. I'm gonna kind of walk and talk because we're trying to get out of here to go get some food, because it is already like 11, 12, and we have eaten like not even a full meal today because we were kind of sharing this stuff at Astro Pub, so we're all starving and we just didn't have time to eat any other point. But I still thought overall our day was pretty nice. Obviously the big highlight was at the end, getting to ride Stardust, the werewolf, and walking around at night. Especially that Berk walk around was super fun because again there was nobody back there. So definitely something to keep out for if you really want to do some nighttime photography or something, kind of like I was doing that ending part of the park. Try to end up back in a land or something and just kind of linger your way out as you would do at like Magic or something. But overall, again, this park is amazing. You've seen plenty of content, not just from us, but many others of this park. And most of the time I've seen raving reviews. It's definitely having some issues with rides and keeping everything up, but I'm hoping everything will start functioning, especially after passholder previews. Really looking forward to opening day, hoping everything works very well for them that day and we can just have a very good opening day. But we'll be back soon. We're gonna be going to, I think I'm gonna go into one of the passholder preview nights. I'm not sure which one yet. It's probably not the first one, but sometime towards the beginning of May. And again, if you didn't hear me earlier, we did videos, 2 walkthroughs my dad did of the park, and one during the day, one during the night. And I know a lot of people are gonna be looking forward to those because from our knowledge, nobody's really done a full walkthrough of the park. So it'll be something exciting to see, to be able to actually kind of like experience it through us, as our name implies. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can come here sometime soon. I think it's such a fun park. and it's got so much to offer. The rides, the theming. Honestly, this is a park you can just walk around and have an unbelievably good time just walking around and eating things. So this could be, I would say this is going to be Universal's almost Epcot-like park. Hoping they sell annual passes sometime in the future, because obviously I'm gonna have to stagger my entries into the park because I'm not rich. So I will not be able to come all the time, but hopefully I'll be able to come every month or two just to give you guys updates and just enjoy the park in general. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it brought a little joy into your day, and we'll see you guys next time.